Hello, and welcome to another episode of Curious in Turn. This is my podcast. If you've not been here before, welcome. If you're a returning listener, thank you for sticking with me, even though I can be sometimes two, sometimes one. Just thank you for sticking with me. So it's finally the end of the 11th month of the year. Luckily, I'm even releasing this on the last day of this month of November. And before we even enter November, I want us to just be happy to pat yourself on the head. I'm like, wow, you did it. But thank God also, because I don't think you did it in your strength. Because if we're going to look at it and be like, oh, it was by my power or my strength that I was able to wake up every day and go to work or go to school or go to class or make that decision, or I'm still sane right now at this time of my life because I did it all by myself, then truth be told, you're deceiving yourself. People helped you. People assisted. God used people to bring you to this point. God is involved in our lives every time, but He uses men as vehicles. He will not come down Himself and show in all His glory and say, okay, I'm going to do this, because He can't do that. We would run. So He uses men as vehicles instead. So I just want you to be proud of yourself, be happy, and just thank God you made it. Thank God you're alive to the last day in the month of November. And I want to say congratulations to entering the last month of the year 2022. I'm telling myself a big congratulations because I have gone 3 months now doing this and sharing my insights with you guys. So I'm congratulating myself for that. So just reflect back on how far you've come and look at the moment when you were at 0 and now you're not even at 0 anymore. Thank God, because some of us have collected salary at the end of this month. Thank God for some people that blessed us also. Kudos to all that. So for this episode then, I want to gist you guys about something that happened recently to me, and I learned from it. I know that I used to say that my podcast is basically about things I'm curious about in life and then asking questions and getting answers, but I've decided to also add that things that happen to me in life, and I feel like I should share it with you, because the truth is what is happening to me at that point, or what has happened to me, can be an answer to somebody's question. So it's not just me being curious about the situation now for my podcast. Other people can be curious about it, about that aspect in their life, and then they get the answer by listening to my podcast. See, even me, I'm learning as I'm doing this thing on the go. So what happened recently was attitude. Let's not even go. Attitude is so big. My moods. I went out to get something and I was disappointed by it. And being disappointed by it, it just, you know how that whole thing, I'm telling you, let's be in control of your situation and everything. So I was aware that yes, my situation really vexed me. So I wanted to, try and just carry my body and just walk away from it and just go along with it. It was more than that. I was just disappointed and I was just stressed, and the whole thing, November for me was fast, and I'm glad it's over. I mean, November 30th today now, look at it. So November was fast, and had its up and down, had the moment where I would be looked at and they'd be like, what is going on with you? I think I kind of looked at my situation in November. You know how some people can be having things and then they're not looking like their situation? Yes, I was looking like my situation. I was really, really looking like it. And November was just so full of surprises, full of moments when I was tired. I almost felt sick during the month of November. I should not talk about some lady, who cares? My period flow was not even as healthy as it should be. But I just know I really did look like what I was going through in November. And so at this later end of November, when what I said happened to me, being disappointed, and I was kind of trying to be in control and be like, I'm not gonna let this happen affect me and stuff. It ended up showing in my attitude towards people. Like, I myself was working on it. I was trying not to be angry. I was trying not to be down. But when I was interacting with people and it was reflecting. Like, they realized that this is not normal. Something's up. In fact, I was even questioned that what is going on? Why are you doing this to me? Like, why are you not talking to me the way you're supposed to be talking to me? And I was trying to avoid being noticed. I was trying to avoid it reflecting. When you're sad and when you're not happy about the situation, but you don't want to put that on somebody, and then you now say, okay, let's just put it at the back of my mind. You're like, let's push it to the back of the mind, and then you're chatting with that person normally. And then before you know it, the person is like, wait though, this is not how you talk to me. And you're like, what? Because you on your own, you tried your best to make it go normal. You tried your best to reply to the person's message and everything. And then after, when I realized that, and me and the person, I ended up telling him. I ended up telling the person how I felt, why I was in that position. And then we brushed it up. But it just got me to think that it's not really on your own that you can decide my attitude towards this is going to be so cheerful. If somebody knows you, if someone is attentive and sensitive to you, they would know. Maybe to a crowd, you know how people, they say that they climb that stage and they're talking and they're going through things at home we don't know. That's because the people they are talking to and they're ministering to or they're entertaining are like a mass. They're just people that don't really know them. But people that know you would notice. So you cannot deceive those that are close to you. Yes, that was my lesson. No matter how I try, no matter how I want to be a one-man person, because I have that attitude of going into a cave or just slowing it all alone when I feel somehow. I don't know whether it's because I'm a first child. I don't know whether it's inborn, but when something disappointing happens, we don't really want to just immediately talk. We would first crawl into our own shell, deal with it. We think we are dealing with it because we don't necessarily deal with it. So we think we're dealing with it, then we'll come back. So anybody that meets us in that shell, we try as much as possible to respond to that person, free and everything. But the truth is, if you're close to us, you will notice. So that's why I learned that for real, your moods, no matter how hard you try, if someone knows you, the person will notice. And you should try, I should try as much as possible not to use my mood or allow my mood to move in front of me. I don't know if you understand. Like, I should first take care of my situation with that person. Like, this guy noticed that I was not happy, and so what he did was solved that fact why I was not happy before even continue conversation. It allowed me to realize that you cannot be talking to me when you're moody. Like, it will not flow. No matter how it goes, the conversation will just not be nice anymore. So what's the point? Let's solve why you're not happy. Talk to me. So that was what happened. Then after solving that, I was able to talk. And we're like, hey, this is you. So taking this new month into perspective, we are rounding of the year 2022. So try as much, and it's 31 days, people. 31 days, 4 or so weeks left. So do what you can. I mean, tomorrow is already 1st of December, so happy new month. So do what you can to fix everything. I really do not want people to take baggages into the next year, and just round it up. If you have loose ends and you feel like you can never knot them back, cut them off. True. If you cannot fix those ends, cut it, lose it. If you know you and this friend, you've been fighting for over 3 weeks, 3 months, and you don't think you can come back, please lose that friend. I know it might be, but lose that friend or you fix it. There are just so many lessons we should learn. I learned from my November that, there are moments where someone will look at you and say, you're looking rich, but maybe you're actually going through ish, and they will not know. You two, you just keep smiling. But I say, I'm not joking. This November, I really looked like how I was feeling. And that really happened. I looked as stressed as I was feeling stressed. Adulting in Lagos, people, I am not joking. It is, for someone that is not used to this whole lifestyle. I was someone that from when I was small to okay, not small, because I was born here in Lagos and my mom used to take me. We used to go by transport, but it wasn't crowd. Population then was not as much as now. So let's say from primary school in Abuja till like university graduate, I was going from car to where, like, I was being moved around a lot more than public transport. So now that I'm doing that more, it was telling on me. It was just telling on me. And then another thing was eating. I had the idea of waking up in the morning to cook, and then sometimes there's no food. Like, a lot of things we're just going through, making decisions that on my own, even if partially I make decisions with my parents, but on your own. So like, my adulting life really showed in the month of November, because that was like first time I was doing a full month of work. So even my nurses, my bosses were just like, this one that you walked this thing, what is going on with you? I could not say anything. I just smiled and was like, am I supposed to sit down and start narrating why I'm going through this? Well, that was it. Oh yeah, and you guys should really watch out to listen to my adulting life episodes. I need to vent to people. So like, even if somebody's listening and you're like, his life. Our life is very different for everybody. Yeah, so just because yours is, you are used to it, and me, I'm not used to it. Listen, you are being my friend by listening to my podcast and listening to it, how adulting life and how I'm navigating through it. Because it's not just about me complaining. It's going to be how, like, the lessons I learned, what I'm not going to do. So if you want to decide to come to Lagos and live here, or it doesn't even have to be Lagos, anywhere else, anywhere new per se, that have like total different rules. Imagine someone from Lagos going to Abuja, or someone from Lagos going to, Port Harcourt is still busy. I don't know, counts like Akwa Ibom now. They won't go through as much stress, so it will be different for them. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for listening to my episode. Thank you for paying attention to me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the future listeners. Till next time, God bless you. Bye.